Hey guys, welcome to another tutorial presented by CodeCyclone. Today we're going to go over wall jumping, which was pulled from a few tutorials on the forums. Many so that no one in particular is really responsible, but there's a couple people in there that really spearheaded a lot of this. So thanks to them for giving that knowledge up and allowing me to compile it and put it in video form for you guys. So let's go ahead and get started. Inside our pawn, our TGC pawn from our last time, I have three variables set up. A variable bool called b can wall jump, so that we actually physically can do wall jumps. An integer, which is the maximum amount of wall jumps we can do, and an integer jumps left. Okay. Now if we go down, let's see, where is it? We have a few functions we have to worry about. First off, event landed. Alright. I have a comment here, if in controller event notify landing, it basically says that, if we're allowed to notify, it will, and it'll call this function, which is an event. And all it's doing is giving us a hit normal, which is, where exactly, or let me rephrase that, which direction we're hitting. And then the actor, the floor actor. When we hit the ground, we obviously do not want to allow wall jumps, so we set that equal to false. And we reset our jumps left equal to max wall jumps, because we've hit the ground, so we're not jumping anymore. Alright, now we have a function which returns a boolean called doJump, and it takes in a boolean called beUpdating. This is a native function, by the way. Alright, we say if b not beUpdating, so if this is false, and we can wall jump, do a wall jump. Alright, and we'll get to that function in just a second. If not, super.doJump, beUpdating. Alright. Now with wall jump, actually we're going to go to setting wall jump, can wall jump equal to true, which is just down here. Oh, actually that's in the controller, isn't it? It is in the controller. That's funny. So if we open this up, we go to TJC player controller, player camera, there we go. That's funny. Okay. Event notify falling hit wall, and it's the same thing as landed. Basically, it's the same idea. Just lets you know, the physics engine is just letting you know, hey, you hit a wall while falling. If that's the case, we tell our pawn that he can wall jump. So we set it equal to true. Alright. Now, if it's not true, we just do a normal jump. If it is true, and we're against a wall, we're going to try to wall jump. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go return do wall jump, beUpdating, and it's effectively the same thing as jump, except you're checking for a wall in front of you and then mirroring your rotation the other way. So we have a couple different vectors and an actor, our hit actor. Okay. Now what we want to do is set up our start location, which is basically where we're at, and then put it in front of us just a little bit. Our end location, which is the end of that point, so where we are about chest high, like your sternum is, and then, as this shows, 1.5 times your collision radius, so roughly a foot or two out in front of you. Alright, and then hit actor, we want to see, is a trace, and what a trace is if you took 2 points on a piece of paper. Actually, I'll draw this one out again like I did in the last video. I figured that was pretty helpful. Say we have a plane here, right? Then we have our player, and then here's a wall. This thing over there is a wall. This guy here. Okay? What a trace is doing is it's saying from our chest high there, we're going to draw a straight line to our second point, which is that end location here, and it's going to return anything that's in between that line, or that is on that line rather. So our hit actor, which is an actor, is equal to the trace of the hit location, hit normal, so in that direction, our ending point, our starting point, and then we're checking if we have jumps left, so it's greater than 0, we're going to subtract 1. Check if the hit actor is equal to world info, which means it's BSP or it's terrain. which if you guys remember the first video, that's these functions here, or terrain, which we have not got into yet. Alright, so these things are all BSP. They're not static meshes, they're skeletal meshes. Alright, if it is, we take our hit normal X, and, I guess I had to save, and we're going to add to it our jump. So it's going to be jump Z divided by 2, and we do that for both X and Y. That way we're going outward. Okay? Then we set our rotation equal to the rotator of our velocity. And then our velocity Z is equal to jump Z. So we're going up in positive jump Z. We're going to go X and Y in negative jump Z because we want to mirror backwards. And then this is actually kind of custom. This is a custom voice class, which you guys probably won't understand so you've never seen it. So don't worry about this. This is just for me. And then we're going to return true because we successfully did a jump. If not, we're going to return false. Okay? So let's go ahead and do that. And just for you guys who are going to be testing on this, let's see. Make sure you set max wall jumps equal to some number. I'm using a separate pawn. This is just an archetype for mine, and he has one defined. I'll actually load him up, and there he is. Max wall jumps we'll set equal to 2. You know, better yet, we'll do 3. 3's fine. Of course, now that I think about it, it ain't gonna matter, because I already got this loaded up. But anyways, you'll get the idea. So for here, we run over here, so we got this wall here. We jump with spacebar, press spacebar again while holding forward, and you'll get pushed backwards. Alright, and since I can only do one wall jump, it'll push me off and stop me. So if I jump, too hard of an angle, jump and try to jump again, won't happen. But if I go here, open another level of mine, yeah, that's fine. Let me switch pawns real quick. There we go. He has 2 jumps, so I can do pop, pop. And as you guys see, it pops me off real well. So, bam. And do that. She landed on his head. That's kind of funny. But simple. Adds a lot of spark to the game, especially if you guys doing platformers. One thing to notice, in the current setup, you will be facing your current velocity. So when I jump, if I'm holding forward when I do it, I won't rotate. You actually have to be running, jump, let go of it, press it, and it will rotate you. They do that because you should be applying positive velocity in the direction you're facing. Because in real life we can't, you know, run sideways and go forwards kind of deal. So if I can't jump backwards and be applying force without turning the other way, you know, it just doesn't work. So that's all for that. Alright, and as always guys, if you have any questions or anything like that related to the tutorial or anything like that, send them to videos@codecyclone.com or cburkhart@codecyclone.com, or feel free to post comments inside the channel. Let me know what you guys need to know, and I'll do my best to help you out. Just a forewarning, if it is on the video, it doesn't always get to me right away. Figure like every other day, so maybe a day or two at max to get back to you. Email's a little bit faster depending on the day of the week. Typically Monday, Wednesday, Friday are the best days to catch me on the weekend. But like I said, as long as you post, I will get to you, I promise. Just give it some time, and I'll do my best to get back to you. For next week, I still haven't quite decided what we're going to do. I may actually not be able to do anything because Clayton's going to be out at the GDC, the Game Developers Conference, meeting up with people to show off our game, and hopefully get some publishers looking at it, and we'll see what happens with that. So we may not even have a tutorial next week. I'm going to try really hard to make sure we have one, but just in case you guys understand why. Aside from that, guys, that's really all the announcements we got as far as Code Cyclone goes. So hope you guys are able to do this one first time around and not have much issues with it. If it does give you issues, let me know. Like I said, and post it, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Alright? See ya.